Coming up, an Albany flash food store is held up at gunpoint.
And journalists are allowed back in the courtroom for the trial of Kendrick Johnson's parents.
We'll have these stories and more. Your News Valdosta starts now.
Welcome to News Valdosta. I'm Ariana Pinnell.
And I'm Najari Mathis. Albany police are searching for 2 robbers after a flash food store was held up at gunpoint. Early Wednesday morning, police say 2 armed men entered the flash food store in the 2700 block on Gillianville Road and demanded the cashier to give them money from the cash register. The armed robbers appeared to be in their early 20s, wearing dark clothes and masks. The armed robbers got away in a small gray vehicle. Police are not sure the amount of cash that was stolen, but are working to get the surveillance video from the flash food store cameras.
Investigators say 2 20-year-old boys from Tifton were pulled outside their house by sister and mother. Tifton County Fire Chief Michael Coleman said, "Upon arrival, we found their residents fully involved and we noted 2 minor children lying in the front yard." Around 1:30 a.m. Friday, first responders arrived at this home they found on fire. Tifton police say they were able to determine the fire started in the boys' room, but so far have not determined the cause of fire.
On Tuesday, during the first full day of testimony in the trial against Kendrick Johnson's parents and several family members on charges connected to an April 2013 protest, journalists were allowed back into the courtroom. State Judge Mark Mitchell began the proceedings with an apology to the Times and other media members who were escorted out of the courtroom on Monday during jury selection.
The federal government has fined a Florida company for serious safety violations on a project in Albany. The Occupational Safety and Health Administration says workers were put in danger while sandblasting and painting the bridge over Lake Chehaw on Fillmore Road last July. OSHA proposed fines of nearly $59,000 against Atlas Steel Coatings. Inspectors say workers were exposed to lead because the company did not provide proper safety equipment and training.
The bodies of 69-year-old L. Ray Runyon and his 66-year-old wife, June Runyon, of Marietta, Georgia, were found Monday, not far from where their SUV was discovered in a lake near McRae, Georgia. Authorities sent the bodies to a crime lab to confirm their identities. The couple were shot to death, said Telfair County Sheriff Chris Steverson. Ronnie Adrian Towns, 28, of McRae, the suspect whom was already in custody on charges of attempting to rob the couple, has been charged with malice, murder, and armed robbery.
The pastor of Bacontown Church that burned to the ground over the weekend is looking for a temporary place to worship. Investigators believe faulty wiring in a water heater caused a fire at Beautiful Light Baptist Church. Reverend Rogers Chapman says he is not sure if they will find a temporary location in the Mitchell or Daugherty County. The church is asking for a donation and does plan to rebuild.
Citizens from Valdosta, Lowndes County are meeting with legislators and other state leadership at the traditional Bird Supper event Wednesday, January 28th at the Georgia Railroad Depot in Atlanta, Georgia. Governor Nathan Deal has confirmed his attendance at this event, which provides area citizens FaceTime with our state's top leadership to discuss important items on the 2015 legislative agenda.
Just a reminder about a story we brought to you yesterday. The City of Valdosta Engineering Department will continue construction this week of the new sidewalks on West Gordon Street, extending from Hightower Street to Langford Drive. The work, which began January 5th, includes wheelchair ramps, curbs, and gutters. New sidewalks will result in continuous pedestrian corridor along Gordon Street that extends from Langford Drive to Ashley Street. Drivers should use extreme caution and pay close attention to both vehicular and pedestrian traffic while driving in this area. When we come back, while Valdosta is recognized for its energy improvements.
And how local gardeners prepare for an upcoming flower show. Stay with us.
There are a million places you'd never consider texting. So why would you do it while driving? Leave risky driving to the professionals. Stop the texts, and together we can stop the wrecks.
Welcome back to News Valdosta.
Valdosta has been named Smart City of the Year.
Valdosta is being recognized for solar, LED lighting, and wastewater improvements, with the management of wastewater being Valdosta's greatest improvement. Valdosta was given this award by the Technology Association of Georgia at Georgia Tech Ward Law Building in Atlanta, Georgia.
At the Lowndes County Commission's meeting yesterday, commissioners discussed a large agenda in the Lowndes. They voted on how they will go about disposing cell phones and wireless modems for recycling. The county is also considering whether to abandon Deluxe Road from its intersection with Inner Perimeter Road to its intersection with State Highway 94, which makes a total of about a quarter mile of road. If this road is no longer used by the public and has no public purpose, the commissioners can vote to remove the road system in the best interest of the public.
Despite the cold, a lot of people are still working in their gardens. Now let's check in with Brittany Williams with a story about how some of these gardeners and an upcoming flower show.
Tomorrow morning, history will be made here in the city of Valdosta. After 2 years of hard work, it's finally time to enjoy the fruits of their labor. The Valdosta Camellia and Garden Club, as well as the Grand Bay Master Garden Club, have been working for over 2 years to restore the beauty of the Camellia Gardens. The Tallahassee Camellia Society have been gracious enough to host this event, which they haven't done so in over 50 years to that day. There's various beautiful flowers here in the Camellia Garden, and after speaking with Mark Crawford of the Lock Laurel Nursery, who has been working very closely with the garden, he has stated that there will be international visitors from Japan as well as England coming to see the garden. And if you want to be a part of this historical event too, make sure to come out at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning to see the Camellia Garden. With News Valdosta, I'm Brittany Williams.
Thanks, Brittany. On February 26th, Valdosta State University's Alumni Association will have a wine and swine barbecue sponsored by Elkins Construction Incorporated. The celebration will feature wine, catering from Jesse's Restaurants and Catering, and plenty of socialization. The event will begin at 6 p.m. in Glenn and Sherry Gregory's Creek Water Barn at 3226 Stallings Road.
The robots are coming. Reporter Vernie Jones went out and covered the VEX Robotics Competition. This competition is a really big event for these students and can help decide their futures. Here's more.
I'm Vernie Jones here for News Valdosta, and I am at Lowndes County High School right now where they're having the VEX Robotics Competition. There's at least 34 schools here right now competing, and we're going to take a look at it.
The VEX Robotics Competition is also a part of the STEM program that is a curriculum based on the idea of educating students in 4 specific disciplines: science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
My name is John Newton, Engineering and Technology Instructor here at Lowndes High School. This is our 6th annual VEX Robotics event here at Lowndes High School. There's about 900 events across the world in probably about 27 countries. We have an event here at Lowndes High School every year. It gives opportunity for teams from around South Georgia and North Georgia to come and compete. Today we have about 34 different teams here from all over the state competing in VEX Robotics, which again is a worldwide event for STEM education in the engineering and technology area.
My name is Jalen Weiss. I'm a senior here at Lowndes High School. Okay. Well, this is the robot for this year. It's basically it's a scissor lift, and it can go up to 6 feet tall. And also this year we actually have to build our own towers. So to do that, I have a claw on the back, which is pneumatic activated, and it can stack in yellow sections. I'm looking to be an aerospace engineer in the future. Robotics has definitely helped me with that. You know, there's a lot of dedication and time put into it. Pretty much any STEM activity is really good, you know, for future engineers.
Once again, this is Vernie Jones here for News Valdosta. Y'all have a great day.
The National Weather Service out of Tallahassee has issued another flood warning for the Withlacoochee River near Skipper Bridge Road. The flood stage was at 15 feet as of 7:30 a.m. on Tuesday. Langdale Park is reported to already be flooded. The warning will stay in effect through the rest of this afternoon. They say it'll affect both Brooks and Lowndes County. Anyone with interest along the river is advised to monitor the forecast closely, and drivers are urged to never drive through flooded areas. There is a big blizzard, and even here it's being pretty cold. Are we ever going to warm up? When News Valdosta returns, weather anchor Nick Self will give us the answer, so stay tuned.
Body language. Without saying a word, it can tell you so much. Like someone is having a stroke. Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time. Time to call 911 immediately. The sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. Learn the body language, the sudden signs, and spot a stroke fast.
Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Welcome back to News Valdosta.
Now let's take a look at the weather with Nick Self. Nick, what's the forecast?
Today started off at 33 degrees. I had to start my car 10 minutes before I left. The frost was crazy this morning. As the day continues, we'll hit our high of 56 with a flood warning issued yesterday. It will come as a relief for those along the river to know that it'll be a gorgeous day today with clear skies and no chance of rain. That should help get the Withlacoochee back down to a reasonable level. Again, that warning will end this afternoon. Tonight's temperature will drop to 32 degrees. That's freezing with clear skies. Even though there is a blizzard up north, we don't have to worry about any snow down here. But you homeowners might want to consider wrapping your faucets and grabbing a jacket before you head out to dinner tonight. I know I will. Tomorrow's forecast will be warmer than today's, with a high of 64 and no chance of rain. Tomorrow should greet us with cloudless skies and a lot of sun. It'll be a great day to get outside and play with the kids, or the dog, or your friends. Today's UV index is a 5 out of 10. That means if you're outside for more than 2 hours, you might want to use some sunscreen. However, given the temperature, I expect most of you will wear a jacket. Today's pollen count is a 2.2 on our 12-point scale. Those of you with bad pollen allergies should be absolutely fine to get out and enjoy the day sneeze-free. So that's a quick peek into the next few days. Bundle up and drive safe. Back to you guys at the news desk.
Thanks, Nick. When we come back, we'll take a look at our local sports. Don't go away.
When some people struggle with their mortgage payments, they become frozen, petrified. Not knowing what to do, they do nothing. But the people who do something, the people who take action, are far more likely to get the most positive outcome. Making home affordable is a free government program. Call now to talk one-on-one with a housing expert about the options that are right for you. Real help, real answers, right now.
Welcome back. Now let's check in with Lethea Washington to find out about the big game between Valdosta and Lowndes County girls basketball team. Lethea?
Thanks, Ariana. Who will take the lead in the rivalry game between Lowndes County Vikings and Valdosta Wildcats? Around this time last year, the varsity girls basketball team played 2 games with Lowndes County Vikings, winning 1 game, and the Valdosta Wildcats winning the other. Both teams are gearing up for the big game taking place this Saturday at 6 p.m. at Valdosta High School. The Valwood girls basketball team recently took a victory to Tift Area Academy in GISA Region AAA game. The team has played extremely hard, playing 3 games weekly for the 2nd week in a row. But this does not stop the Lady Valiants from scoring this win. By the end of the first quarter, the Tift Area Panthers took the lead. During the 3rd quarter, the score was extremely close. The Lady Valiants taking a 23-22 lead. By the end of the 4th quarter, with less than 15 seconds remaining, Ashley Manuel was fouled, making 2 free throws to give her team a 4-point lead. After the hard work on the court, the Lady Valiants won with a final score of 32-28. The second VSU school shootout, which matches talent in 3 different skills, including dribbling, free throw shooting, and 3-point shooting, which took place on this past Saturday at J.L. Lomick's. Students who won against Pineville's team, giving J.L. Lomick students an opportunity to face off S.L. Mason in the semifinal round on February the 7th. Participating schools will receive 100% of the shootout champion. Proceeds from the shootout tickets leave J.L. Lomick's and Pineville victorious. Recently, 3 VSU softball players, including senior Courtney Albertron, secured a soft spot on the preseason All-GSC team lead following 2014 season, in which Sycamore, Georgia native posted one of the most outstanding seasons in the history of the Gulf South Conference. Outfielder from Macon, Georgia, Fran Johnson, gained a spot and finished among the team's top 4 hitters with a .31 batting average. Last but not least, Kylie Rusin finished her sophomore season in 2014 with 11 home runs, 12 doubles, a .62 slugging percentage, and a total of 112 total bases. All of these ladies have worked tremendously hard and were chosen to represent the Valdosta State softball team as members of the 2014 preseason All-GSC team. Can you say outstanding academics? Recently, the Gulf South Conference announced the all-academic team. This team included 10 Valdosta Blazers, consisting of cross-country runners Jessie Prince, Casey Claiborne, Juliana Boehm, football players Colin Glasgow, Michael Miller, Kenny Murphy, volleyball players Kelsey Hedman, Jessica Cadato, Jenna Kirkwood, and finally the women's soccer player Olivia Miles. All players reach great academic heights to be eligible for such an honor. That's it for your local sports. Now back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Lethea. When we come back, we'll find out about how parents and high school students can start preparing financially for college.
And how Hay Hiram Middle School students are giving back to their communities. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
Traditional light bulbs actually generate 9 times more heat than light. Switch to Energy Star light bulbs, and you'll realize just how much cash you are really burning through. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
We're back.
If you have a high school student preparing for college this fall, you want to pay close attention to next story. Financial Aid Night is set for this Thursday. High school students and parents are encouraged to attend what's being called Financial Aid Night to get more information on how to start financial planning for high school students. Georgia finance representatives will be in attendance to give updates on Pell Grants, work study opportunities, student loans, scholarship, FAFSA, Hope Scholarship, and the Hope Grant. The event will be held at Valdosta State's new Health Science and Business Administration building from 7 to 8 o'clock Thursday night.
Hay Howard Middle School Technology Student Association members are giving back to their community. TSA members Connor Chansey, Braden Whitten, and Maddox Whitten chose to improve one of the city parks by adding a picnic table. Students involved learn how to construct the table and many other valuable building lessons they can use for the future. They say that next in line is to add a barbecue grill beside the table as an incentive for local residents to enjoy the park more often.
That's it for our program today. Thanks for watching News Valdosta. I'm Ariana Pinnell.
And I'm Najari Mathis. We'll see you again tomorrow.